size shoes have you got?
9. Yes,
Same as
I am
me.
a comfortably large.
No, same as me. 9s.
Does look bigger than mine?
No,
Oh, maybe not.
no, I've got little feet.
It's quite difficult feeling dainty and feminine when you're enormous.
Yeah, well, I never feel dainty and feminine, I must admit.
So here we are, back in the garage on the green, and time to talk to Tom. Hello, Tom.
Hi Jane, how you doing?
Very well, thank you. Got a bit of a problem. See, when I'm driving about in London and the traffic's really bad, and I don't want to have to keep fiddling with my gear sticks, I find it a bit of a pain.
Yes.
But I do want a sports car.
Yep.
What can I do?
Easy solution. Michael Schumacher doesn't play with his knob on race days, and we've got something here that I think could leave you without a pugil stick. Let me show you inside. Basically, you've got the Ferrari 360 F1. F1 means you've got the paddle shift. No pugil stick in the middle, just down, down, down on the left, up, up, up on the right.
Oh,
6
look, and
speeds.
it's even got down written on there, just in case
you get a little bit lost. It's also got a mode, you hit the button, you've got fully automatic, so you can have your hands free for whatever takes your fancy.
Oh, great, so you can either use this or completely automatic?
Exactly. And either way, you've got serious performance, just like a Formula 1 car.
Brilliant, okay. And can we have a look in the back to see how it all works?
I know engines are very boring, but this one really takes the biscuit. The ability to see the engine from the outside, so all your jealous friends can salivate without you getting out of the car.
I like that.
If you look at the heart of the machine, this is the thing that makes the noise that makes the car. 400 brake horsepower, boring figure I know, but the end result is very fast and very noisy and very lovely.
So Tom, these Porsches are both 996s, and I drove one of these in the Gumball, one of those, and I say that one because it was black.
Yep.
So take me down a trip down memory lane and tell me exactly what these cars do.
This is the current 911. Some people call it the 996. That's Porsche's name for the model.
Right.
And I think you can probably remember from your time in, was it Cannes, Monte Carlo, that sort of thing? It's probably the perfect car for you to do a bit of European Grand Touring. A bit more comfortable than the earlier cars, a little bit more cosseting, a little bit more sensitised really, not quite as ballsy or as feely as the previous 911s, but still a great car. And as you can probably remember, you did rather well in that rally, didn't you?
I thought it was fantastic actually. I nearly lost it on one of the corners, but
Yep.
I took instruction very well. The car performed very well, but I'm not sure it wasn't just my skill driving the car,
I think
obviously.
with anything this powerful, you've got to get used to what you got under the hood. And in this case, obviously the hood's right at the back, the weight's right at the back, so quite tricky on the limit. It's a bit like a pendulum effect. You've got to, if you're in trouble in one of these, put your right foot down, it'll pull itself out of trouble.
I was told. I was going around a corner and I was just about to lose it, and they said, put your foot down. And I thought, no, but it worked. So I guess that's what you're trying to tell me. So all that's left to decide is which car we're going to drive. I think I'll have that one because it's right-hand drive and it is a black beauty.
Rather like yourself, Jane.
So they take them out of Top Gun and say, right, look, you know nothing. They even take Top Gun instructors who then come to England to be taught how to really fly by this little bald Welsh bloke called Reese. Hello. Right in the middle of an interview, good one. I'll call you back. Right.
True professional.
I always keep that on. First time it's ever rung. Where was I?
The little Welsh.
Oh, a little Welsh bloke. Anyway, he took me up to 40,000 feet in this 43-year-old jet, and then spun it on 3 axis.
What, as in?
Yeah, on 3 axis, like a sycamore leaf, and we just fell 20,000 feet. Then when we got down to the bottom, he went, of course, it's much worse when you do it upside down. Took me back up again, turned it upside down, and did it again.
And have you ever said, no, I don't want to do any more, I'm getting out of whatever you're in?
After I did a series called Extreme Machines, I said, that's it, I'm not doing any more stupid, you know, fast stuff. I'm too old now. But this series came along, you know, Speed came along, and I just thought, actually, that sounds quite interesting. Why do some people... Why do some people like speed more than others? Why are some people able to go faster than others? That's genuinely quite an interesting subject. So I thought, yeah, I'll have some of that.
Because generally, if you're talking about racing, the people that win are the people that are prepared to push it, aren't they? And they're not going to put the foot on the brake. Or obviously, you've got all the skill.
It's a lot more. There's quite scientific reasons why Michael Schumacher can beat David Coulthard.
Yeah.
Some very scientific reasons. And it was amazing because we called Michael Schumacher up, who normally just tells you to get lost, you know. I don't know why I did that. And on this occasion he said no, because he was as keen to find out why he's faster than anyone else as I was. So he said, no, come down. We had days with him, days and days of doing all sorts of tests and analysing him and psychoanalysis, and then worked it out. You know, that was genuinely quite interesting.
Yeah, I found it really interesting. So I thought it was just going to be about driving fast, but all the
it
endorphins.
Isn't. No, the endorphins were dopamines.
I did feel very sorry for your poor mum, though.
Oh, my poor mum. She got 100 quid. She's happy.
Oh, did she?
I'll give you 100 quid, mum, if you come on this roller coaster.
Oh, bless her.
Yeah.
And in terms of what you do now, presenting, obviously geared towards cars and stuff, did you get into cars before presenting? Which came first?
No, I'm a journalist.
Oh, right.
I will write about anything. I still do write about anything. And, you know, often I write for the Sunday Times every week, I write for The Sun, I write for Top Gear magazine, I write for loads of things. And still much prefer writing to TV. TV's so frivolous, so here today, gone tomorrow. Yeah. Everybody's going to watch this, mop themselves up and go to bed. Whereas at least writing it lasts a bit longer, you know?
Yeah. So, because I thought maybe you'd had some comedy background as well, because I used to have a little chuckle when I watch your videos.
No, I'm just a straight journalist who then started writing about cars, and that kind of took over a bit. I would say it's probably 80% is what I write about is about cars. Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
Is there anything left to do that you haven't done already, do you think?
With cars?
Or anything
Yeah,
at
there's
all?
a new car coming out every day, really. There's loads of stuff that I want to do. I've got, more ideas for books and stories and television programmes coming out of my ears. Just isn't enough days in the year to do them all.
And a very sort of standard question I used to get asked all the time in Gladiators, if you wasn't doing this job now, what would you want to do? Something maybe completely different, or just off on a little tangent, astronaut or something?
But you aren't a gladiator anymore. Yeah, I'll do that job. Is
Would
this what
you
you do after gladiator? I'll do this. I'll do your
Well, you'd
job.
have to
with
wear
this
little
strange round.
lycra pants and
I
get
can wear little
beaten for
lycra
a living.
pants. I can do that.
Really?
Yeah, underneath here I'm head to foot in lycra, in case I get a call from Gladiator.
Just in case?
Yeah, exactly. If they ring up and said, you know, we're putting Gladiators back together again, I'd be the man. They did. They asked me to come and do that job. They did. Who did it first of all? Who took before? What's his name? Jeremy Guscott.
John Fashanu.
Yeah, when he jacked it in, they said, would I go and do it? I thought, well, I don't know how long you're out there for, but I can't go that long without a cigarette. How long are you actually out there in the middle for?
5 hours for one show, and we do 2 a day.
And I don't think that the host leaning on one of those things having a fag is going to go down very well. No, so it wasn't really me.
Health and fitness.
I've never done health and fitness. Do you still work out? You do?
Yeah, but not as much. Like obviously before I had to do heavy weights and eat my pasture and tuna and all that sort of stuff.
And you still concentrate on it?
Not as much as that, but just general health and fitness. Do more CV, cardiovascular stuff, and less heavy weights. Because the more heavy weights you lift, the more risk you've got for injury and stuff. Which if I don't.
But you see, I sit in the chair all day and have no risk of injury whatsoever. I think that's much better, don't you?
Yeah, but I think it's good to be a bit healthy as well. You know, get your heart rate pumping.
If God had meant you to run, He wouldn't have invented the internal combustion engine.
It's got a point. Now driving or even owning a Ferrari to most people is a childhood dream, all bearing the logo of one very famous horse. Key number 1, a 456 MGT. Key number 2, a 550 Maranello. And finally, key number 3, a 360 Spider. And of course, no dream's complete without your knight in shining armour. And Adam here fits the bill nicely. So Adam, I've never driven a Ferrari before and I'm a little bit nervous. Have you got any handy tips?
First thing is a bit of driving tuition. First off, we do driving awareness, which is driving on the road in a defensive manner, in a safe way.
Right.
We do test driving on racetracks to help your car control. And we do also do some tuition on how to drive the cars from a mechanical point of view. And there's 1 or 2 different gadgets in the cars as well.
So can we get in this car and you can talk me through?
Okay, let's try the 456. It's got a V12 engine, 440 horsepower, about 5.5 litre. So it's about 4 times as powerful as a family saloon car. And you can now start the car. Okay.
Oh.
I'll
Do you
jump
want to hop in then?
and join
I'll
you.
take you for a spin. So he thinks I'd like to just drive off with this. Oh, my dreams come true. Oh, I feel like James Bond's missus.
The 456M is our flagship, and it's probably our most subtle design. It's really designed for sort of grand touring, that's where you get the GT from, and it's the perfect car for long runs across Europe. It's a 2+2, so you can get a couple of adults in the rear for probably a shortest journey, but a couple of children in the back for a long journey is not a problem. A front engine V12, 440 brake horsepower, 0 to 60, little under 5 seconds, and mid 180s for top speed.
Well, that was absolutely brilliant. Thoroughly enjoyed it. It was a lot easier to drive than I thought.
Okay.
It's a bit more standard, isn't it?
Try one more?
Yes, please. I hate my job. How is this to drive then?
Okay, very similar to the last car.
Right.
It's front engine again, V12, now 480 horsepower, even more.
Wow.
Other than that though, it's the same sort of layout to drive. So we'll try again.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Hop in then. So what engine is in this then?
It's another front engine V12, but 480 horsepower this time, even more than last time.
Bit more. What's the top speed?
Shouldn't really say, but on a track about 199.
Won't be doing that though. I think we'll just take a nice little cruise around, yeah?
Okay, let's go. The 550 Maranello is a V12 front engine vehicle. It's 5.5 litres, 0 to 60 just over 4 seconds, top speed around 199, but it is also styled a little bit more aggressively and more for the ultimate performance. It's the most powerful car we make at the moment and therefore becomes our quickest car. But this car won the best handling car of the year 2 years running. So how was that?
Absolutely brilliant, yes again. I understand this car's a little harder to drive.
Yes, it's not conventional, this one, so if I show you once this time.
Yes, perhaps you better.
This car's got our Formula 1 gearbox in the vehicle.
Right.
And it's a bit like the Formula 1 guys, Michael Schumacher. And when you change gear with these two levers, this one goes up, this one goes down. We've got a little switch here for reverse.
It's a little switch.
Yeah. But other than that, you press the throttle down, which makes the clutch engage.
Yeah.
And also works as a normal throttle to rev the car up. And we will just drive away.
Fantastic.
So I'll show you what to do. So it's foot on the brake to be able to start the vehicle.
Yeah.
Keep your foot on the brake to select a gear. So we just pull the paddle up, you get a 1 on the display. And all we have to do is drive away. Ferrari 360 Spider. This obviously has the convertible roof, a 3.6 V8 engine in the rear, 400 brake horsepower and a top speed of over 180 miles an hour. 0 to 60, middle, 4 seconds. With the Formula 1 transmission system, we change gear using the 2 paddles behind the steering wheel. The up paddle is on the right and the down paddle is on the left. So 2 together give you neutral.
Yeah.
Your turn.
Fantastic. Are you sure you trust me?
I think so.
Right, so we're already going.
Yep. Right foot on the brake.
Right foot on the brake.
Pull the paddle for first. Handbrake, and then away we go. The 360 Spider and 360 Berlinetta, which is the roofed version of the car, they're probably more suited to shorter work and ideal for track days. Very sporting, and the chassis is very, very advanced. It's our latest car, so the latest technology has gone into the construction. An all aluminium car, all aluminium chassis, so very light and very stiff.
So how was my driving then?
Very good, very smooth.
Really?
Yeah, excellent.
Am I ready to take it off the forecourt yet?
Yeah, ready for the road, but if you want to go on the track and have some fun, then there's a few extra things you can do.
You're gonna show me?
Well, we have some driving courses in Italy.
Oh yeah?
Called Palotta driving, and they show you a few tricks like some of these.
You're going to show me how it should be done?
We'll try.
So how long will it take me to learn to do that?
Just a couple of courses and a bit of practice.
Really?
Yeah.
And what's the point? I'm going to go all the way to Italy just to learn how to show off like that?
Well, yeah, that is a bit of showing off, but no, there's a real reason for it. They teach you car control. That is one small part of a 2-day course.
Right.
And once you've practiced that, the idea is if you do get into a skid or a bit of a slide, then you've got a good chance of actually catching it and not crashing the car.
You know how to handle it rather than
there's
just...
a safety reason for doing it.
Yeah. Fantastic. Let's have another go.
Okay.
Hello, Tom.
Hi, Jane.
So, Tom, recently, last year, I was in the Gumball and I got to drive a Porsche 996, which I thought was fantastic fun, and I really enjoyed it. But I understand that there are Porsches that handle a bit better.
Yeah, 996, very good car and great for continental touring. But if you want the proper turn the heat up a little bit, the spicier version, you've got to get yourself an RS.
Right.
This is the previous model of 911, the 993, and this is the stripped out, bare bones, ballsy, arse out, track day and road car that, if you like the 996, you will love this.
Really?
Let me show you on the inside.
Okay.
Lightweight seats, lightweight panels, lightweight glass.
Lightweight glass.
Lightweight glass, seriously, stripped out. This car is hundreds of kilos lighter than, say, the 911 Turbo of the same age. This is a 1995 car. You've even got alloy panels under the front, no carpet, no soundproofing, 300 brake horsepower, very little weight for a 911, 6-speed gearbox. This is the...
So I'm thinking, when you've said all that, it sounds to me like it's basic, but it's not at all, is it?
It's not. It's still comfortable. If you go on a long journey, wonderfully supportive seats, a ride that's actually quite smooth for a car that's so capable on the track.
Yeah.
And this is a car you would win races. If you did the gumball in this car, where did you come? 14th? You did very well, I heard. And you drove very well. This car, you're in pole position.
Really?
Yep.
I'd come in storming in first place.
You'd storm it, seriously. The ability, just as you come past those pesky and annoying Ferraris and Mercedes, brake a little later than they can. You've got big 18-inch wheels, discs as big as mini wheels, and you're out-braking, out-handling them, and you're having brilliant fun at the same time.
Fantastic. So can we have a spin?
Well, as we said before, be rude not to. Well, this car is a perfect bit of German S&M. What we're going to do is take it out for a good spanking, and it's going to love it. So if you want to leap in the other side, we'll take it out and light up the rear tyres for you.